Welcome to GC Foster College Sports Scope, where today we'll be focusing on the male Intercol knockout football finals between the Mico University College and GC Foster College, Thursday, December 3rd at the UA Bowl. Today we'll be focusing on the philosophy of total football, the vision for GC Foster College football, and a bit of analysis on the previous matches and the way we plan to embark on Thursday's final. Now today with me I have Mr. Mico, assistant coach of GC Foster College football team, Jason Henry, captain of the GC Foster College football team, and Mr. Michael Daly, coach, lecturer, and a football analyst. Now, we have noted that over the years we have had a bit of a rivalry between GC Foster College and Mico University College in a lot of sports. They have netball even Saturday, they beat us. Quite across the board in all three of the competition. Now, Mr. Daly, what do you think about the rivalry between GC Foster College and the Mico University College?
Well, that rivalry has its genesis from the inception of the GC Foster College as a sporting institution in the Caribbean. It has, over the years, catapulted to one of the greatest rivalry that you can have in the collegiate sport. The Mico College has embarked on a serious sporting program since the arrival of their sporting director, the famous Casey Graham. And we have seen where the result has been a very successful one. We, however, we have not rolled over and decided to die. We are fighting, and I think that this clash, football clash, will be an epic one.
Well, I'd say last year they beat us across the board as well in the knockout and the league. What do you think about it? Is it that the rivalry is too strong for GC Foster College to contend with?
I would say it's too strong for us to contend with. As we know, every team will have its day, and I will just in passing say that maybe last year was Mico's day, and therefore I believe that I am strongly convinced that this year, based upon what I've seen of the few clips I've seen of Mico and having watched GC Foster play, that this year I think GC Foster should get the upper hand, all things being equal.
Okay. Well, from a better perspective, I think we should get that from the coach himself. Mr. Mico, what do you think about the team this year that you have? Do you think you can beat Mico right across the board and retain all trophies that you lost last year?
Well, definitely, man. Our team now has strengthened our capacities and the commitment and fight that we have brought to the team, especially since the untimely passing of our late coach, Mr. Hutchinson. We have came together close, and we're tighter now. So it's a lot of commitment here, and technically, physically, and mentally we're prepared for the game. And yeah, we're built up for this final on Thursday, and I'm very confident that we'll come out victorious.
We've seen that you have, I'd say, people say it's a star player for the GC team, one they call Chucky. It's like a fast one, I guess because he's so little in physics and he gets the job done. They call him Chucky. I don't know where the name comes from. What do you have to say about that man here?
Well, he's a special player, of course, but I would like to see him out any player per se. I think we have a very good team, and we're balanced all around in both offensive, in midfield, and defensive. And we have very quality goalkeepers, so I would like to see him out any particular player. And just we have a solid unit and we're ready for the game.
Well, as you mentioned, defensively, we I've seen where GC Foster College was on a winning streak for the past 2 months, and then you've met up on a little hurdle where you had some loss there. What do you say about your defense line and how they manage that situation, how they allow that to happen?
Well, I think it's we're creating a big up for all the minor things when we speak about the losses. Well, we had 1 loss to the truth and 3 draws. And in the 3 draw games and the loss, I think we could have came out victorious, having been a bit more efficient and with the favor, with our players, there should have a bit more commitment. I think we would have won for our those games, but it's nothing to worry about. We're right where we should be for the finals. Outside the squad, there's nothing for us to worry about.
So I guess it's just a rumor then, where it was going around that you have been losing a few games there.
No. Well, we lost 1 game, as I said, and we went 4 games winless. But during that 4 games, we did some rotation, and as we had quite a few games in short time, so it's definitely nothing to worry about. Very good.
No, a little word from the captain himself. What do you think about the chemistry of the team you have there playing with?
Well, as the word suggests, chemistry, a lot of students might think it's a hard subject, but for us, it's like 1, 2, 3, because we're bonded together. These guys are playing 3 years straight, so the chemistry is not a problem. What we worked on throughout the preseason, coming into the season, is our mental block, which we work well on it, and now the guys are able to concentrate for right throughout the game and even extra time. And just to add a little point about Chucky, if you watch that little movie named Chucky, you know that little monster is a killer in the movie. That's why his name Chucky, because on the field of play, he's a killer.
Okay. You say you have guys playing for 2 years straight. Now, this year we had a injection of this little one they call Puppy, Raman.
Yeah.
I heard he's playing beautifully out there on the field. What do you think of him?
He's a live. He's like an Isco for Real Madrid and a Sergio Roberto for Barcelona. You know, we have to build on the youths. So we're bringing some youth enforcement so we go along. Because we're not only preparing for Intercol. We are also in the St. Catherine League. As yesterday we won the knockout, so we are now in the round of 16. We are second in our table in the league itself. So we have to have reinforcement, and he's a well-scouted player. I think the coach did well when he went out to get new face to straighten us. I think he did a great job in bringing in Rahman or Papi and a few others such as Gawain White and Kenny Hill and some others that are slowly building to the task of coming through, you know.
No, we have a video clip here where GC Foster College played against the Money College. Now, let's see how they played and how they executed their. Now, that was a beautiful piece of play by GC Foster College. You see where Lawrence Brown retrieved the ball from the defensive area, send it up. We have Aymar Boyle playing beautifully, a touch to it, and then that same young man, Papi, with an assist and a goal from James. What, Mr. Daly, as a football analyst, what do you think about that play by GC Foster College?
That play, it reminds me of the GC Foster versus Newlands game. Similar build-up, -1 player, resulting in a goal. And I have seen where, on many occasions I've seen this team play. That seems to be the strength. That's the strength play that we will get from a GC Foster. However, it's Boren who made it, yes, right. Whenever he gets that ball and decides not to hold it too long, to use the pass, GC Foster is always dangerous. I think based upon that play that we just saw, if GC Foster gets this ball down the flank and across, they are always dangerous. And I've seen many of these plays. That play, I don't know if that's the coach's favorite build-up, but I have seen we use it against was it not True Juice, Newlands. We use it against, I'm talking about the major league. I'm talking about bigger teams now. We use it against Newlands, we use it against Federal, and to good effect. So I would have thought that this would, we would do this a little more often, because more often than not, the results are not good.
What I should really add to that is that our white players are, for me, the quickest in the entire Intercol competition. Quickest. So we utilize our strength, which is pace, speed. So once our midfield get compact, get this ball, move it quickly, they will get around anybody, and they are very skillful also.
And to add to what my skipper just said, I think the cohesiveness as a unit that we have right here is probably the best that when we are at our best, there's no one that can stop us. And our strength, as what he just said, is to play through the wings and get across. We are a very possessive team, and we're very dynamic too, because if the game, if we have an opponent that tries to stop us through the wing, we can play through the middle as well. And we can play physical. So I think we have a very dynamic squad, and on our day, there's no one that can stop us.
Now, you mentioned being able to play physical. Now, this match, it would be sort of a derby, being as you have Mico University College, who they say now is dominating sports over GC Foster College, winning more intercollegiate titles last year than GC Foster College, and GC, who is looking to get back that title from them. So, what do you think about that physical game? How will it be played?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think this game is a game that we played in the mind first before. It's a mental game, and I think the team that is mental is stronger and more physical, and that day will be victorious. And I think that will be us. Going to the game, what we need to do is to focus more on our mental strength, because I think that was where we went down on the previous two occasions where we lost to them. And once we get that right, there's nothing to stop us. Because technically and physically, I think we're better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, to that, I've always said, for a team to be successful, there are three elements that has to be satisfied. The physical element, psychological element, and the tactical element. I have observed, and I have been speaking with the coach, GC Foster coach, David Ferguson, about, I realize we are very strong in the tactical and the technical aspect. And I'm saying to him, let us work on that mental, psychological aspect for the players, developing them that never say die attitude. And the discipline, which I must first of all say I admire with the team presently, that level of discipline. Which goes back, I think last year, Intercol, the finals, maybe we, as assistant coach said, maybe we failed because of the mental fortitude that the team did not possess that much last year. We were a team, and it is also important for us to understand that, as the captain said, that most of these players have been together from last year, 2 to 3 years, and they are gelling and understanding each other. And also, what I think is going to give us the edge this year is the rotation of the team, because I have watched the team play, and on several occasions, and I realized that there's a good rotation taking place. So players are not too weary going into a match, and I'm certain that the coach will maintain that sort of rotation for the team.
And to add to that, based on the next zone, that we are more much sharp than the other teams in the next zone, because we play in the same catching knockout, in the same catching league also. So we play Intercol on Thursday, and we play the league, same catching league on a Saturday or a Sunday, while in the other zone, they just play on a Thursday. They are out of a game sharp still the following week.
And that would give GC Foster College more time to examine the tactical aspect of the game.
Not really, no. I think that gives us more time to play together, because we play multiple leagues, and we have quite a few players that play for both the club and the intercollegiate team. So with that, they play for each other. They play a great deal of games together. So like for example, the more you play together, is the more you play. And as I said earlier, the cohesiveness as a unit that we already have is very strong. And we're a very good team. We're very balanced around. I can't think of a weakness that we have on the team right now. As I said, where we fell short in the previous years was our belief and the mental capacity, and that's where coach, my coach, Mr. Ferguson, addressed, and we're in that department right now.
Okay. It's the same match, different scenario. Here we have Aymar Gorel, the same person that Mr. Michael Daly spoke about. He seems to be the playmaker in the middle for GC Foster College. Mr. Daly, seems like you favor that young man, his style of play and how he moves the ball around.
Well, I will not say that I really favor, because there are times in the match that I agree. He tends to hold on to it sometimes a little bit too much, which catches the forwards, as we spoke about, their speed that they possess. That if we get this ball through to them, as the coach rightly said, that these players are probably the swiftest in intercol competition. So if we get this ball through to them, maybe we will see more goals resulting. But as I speak about, I seem to favor. Well, I must say that he is a former student of a school that I was part of the sporting program there. So I have known him for quite a number of years, and I know the talent. I know the talent he has. I'm not even sure that he himself knows the talent that he possesses. He just seems to take it in a nonchalant way. But I believe that if he makes up his mind to some of these passes, some of the decision making, I've always spoken to the coach and spoke to the captain about the decision that he makes. Sometimes the decision is off you. And if he catches you on a good day, it's gonna be serious. It's gonna be very serious.
Okay. You also spoke about the build-up of that play. Now, from a coach's perspective, if we realize here, the ball came from the keeper, and that was such a quick and swift play to get the ball upfield and in the back of the opponent's net.
To add to our style, to add to what I just said, Mr. Arnold, our style of play includes 11 attackers and 11 defenders. When we have the ball, it's all 11 players that we call as attackers, because our attack starts from the goalkeepers when we have the ball, because we play with 11 possessive players. Everybody on our team I believe that everybody should be a ball handler in which everybody can use the ball. And when we're out of position, the defense starts from the first line of offense. So we attack with 11 players, and defend with 11 players. So that's why we call total football.
This young man, Chucky, they say he's unstoppable. Just look at that beautiful style of play, the ball.
This video just proves what Mr. Daly has been saying. Can you please go back?
And this is another one of that
So
same
go back to the previous video. Pause it there. This is what Mr. Daly has been speaking about since the interview started about Anna. He take 2 touches off this ball. And look, go back a bit, go back just a bit. When Chucky just received. Pass.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the pass. And Chucky movements. Chucky is higher 3 defenders already if you look carefully. 4. Because this one down here is out of the play. Yes. He's out of the play and he's higher after 3. Now when he receives the ball, he has just 1 defender to be out of the 5. Because the pass, speed 3, his speed also be like 3. And look at his touch. The keeper, the 5th one, is out of the play.
To further reiterate what Jason was speaking about, Chucky as a player has very quick deceptive movements, and that's one thing that's in common for all of our attackers, because with Papi, Ames, and even Mico, they are very good movers off the ball, with and without the ball. They're very dangerous, and I have to give them praise give a lot of praise for their quick deceptive movements. And as I said, it's a very high. They are very good understanding. As Aymar, Ames, and Chucky, they are roommates. So they know how to find each other. They know how to find each other everywhere on the pitch. A great deal of Ames and Chucky's goals came from Aymar's assists.
Now, we have another one that saved Chucky. And here we see where the defensive really starts from that line of attack that you speak of.
Definitely, man, because my coach, Mr. Ferguson, he analyzes the late Ryan Smithers, the inventor of total football from the Dutch national team from the early 70s. That was
when you weren't even thought about.
That was 21 years before.
No, you know, yeah.
But my coach is a big fan of Arsene Wenger, as he's an Arsenal fan. And also, to the, we give credit to the late Ryan Smithers, late Dutch international coach, the inventor of total football, who taught us that he brought about this style of play, where 11 players attack and 11 players defend. And to speak about that goal that Chucky scored, it shows that the first line of defense is really in attack. It's really with the attackers. It's just our coach's thoughts being brought out and put in the motives and good effect.
The training session leading up, the training sessions leading up to this game was, not to give the University of West Indies any space, any chance to play. So we practice a high press training session to bring it out in the game. I spoke about chemistry and cohesiveness. It's evident there, because that was a high press, because it's our center forward actually who won the ball.
No, not to really flip the coin on you, but GC Foster College is known to miss chances more than how they score.
Okay. When you have a team of Chucky, Ames, and Papi right there, Aymar.
That was an offside, but I heard people talking, saying
was
That was
easier.
an empty goal.
It was an half-field miss.
And he missed.
That was harder to miss than to score.
But
They have a saying that the you know, good goal scorer always miss the easy set of chances.
But
you know, you hit a very important point here, and that is, as I spoke about the mental, psychological preparation and the readiness of the team. That is a very important point also, that we have to capitalize on the chances that we get. And you know, it's interesting with what the captain just said, because some of the goals that I have seen being scored by the team in the season, in both in Intercol and in the St. Catherine League, are some of the most difficult goals. Some, you know, I've seen being scored. You know, and the easy ones, goals are making. So you know, I don't know, but I'm hoping that coming to finals that we'll take both the difficult ones and the very easy ones and the easy ones. You know, and because the number of chances that is created by this team, they are numerous. You know, they are very numerous. You know, so I just hope that they take these chances when they get them.
And to add to what Mr. Dale just said, in a game of this magnitude, it leaves very small room for errors. And I think we need to be a bit more efficient, because had we been a bit more efficient, the score would have been embarrassing for a great deal of our opponents. So I just think we just need to be a bit more efficient, and yeah, just a bit more efficient, because there's very small room, there's a very small amount of errors in a game of this magnitude coming this Thursday. And I think once we're efficient, we should be winners comfortable.
What I can testify to also is that when GC is playing against stronger opponents, our level of play is going to elevate, it's going to get higher. So I can guarantee you that the bitterness that we are going in the final with, bitterness of Mico beating us 5 times in 2 years, believe it or not, the loss of our coach, the pressure that the school is under, you know, to bring in an Intercol title and to perform, it's nothing but outright victory.
We are mentally built for this.
So, James, you speak of him as if he's James Rodriguez. So, that fellow scored a beautiful goal in the early part of the season, and yet we see here where he missed one of the easiest goals of his career.
And in my analysis, that goal is, if he had took it at the first, it would be easier, but because he turned and he's going to kick it, he wants to kick it on the turn, for me it's even harder. Because his body is not set. He don't know where he is, so he just made a turn and a slash off the ball.
A player like him though, I really don't expect him to dominate the lower teams, no disrespect, but he's one of those players that rise to the occasion when he's going to speak. So he's a big game player, so don't mind him missing goals like those in games, because
You're sure that Thursday he'll show up?
definitely, I believe that the whole team will show up on Thursday.
If he doesn't show up, I am not worried. Yesterday, Dragba gave a double. You know, and I realized that with the team, the persons who have been scoring, it has been rotated. You know, so it is not like some teams. If I'll use a hinted technical. If Mr. Murray, if Dave does not score, then Till will not win.
The most square,
You understand?
this weekend.
Yeah, you understand? I'm saying to you. So it's the same. It's like that with GC first time in which when you look and see the persons who have been scoring, you know, right? It is a broad.
Yeah, it was across the board. I think we have about 8 different goal scorers for the
Right.
season.
You know.
with approximately 30 goals thus far. So goal scoring is definitely not it's not anything to worry about this team, because it's not about if we score, it's how much. That's how confident.
3 point something goals per person.
Just look at his stats. Last year, or goal scorer, what is his right now? No, Intercol. Marvel. He scored 8. Where is he now? Can't get in the first team, and Ames scored 10 in 4 games before he went on a goal job. Up comes Chucky, 6 in 3 games. Yes. In a goal job, and jump back up now, 3 in 2 games.
I guess you have the team well compact from defense, coming all the way up to attack.
I would want to go all the way to the goalkeeping.
Yes.
Defense, but I want us to look at it from that perspective, because we have a very Odian.
Very brilliant goal.
Very experienced.
Yeah, he has played a great deal of competitions and
senior competitions.
Yes, he has represented the country, so we have quite a bit of experience in him. He's a very experienced.
And he leads from his era.
And it's that type of player that's a coach on the field that he leaves no room for errors for his teammate, because he's one of them that is very arrogant in the sense that if his teammates are out there making even silly mistakes, he's the one that will rush them. So I think that having a player like him, having a player like him is an asset, because he's a great leader and a great player as well.
And he seems to have a very good understanding of his game.
His experience is coming.
You know, when I listen to him, because I go from different areas to listen. You listen to him giving instructions or correcting, you can see that he really understands what is happening on the field.
He's known to be a talker of the game.
Right. And you need the goalkeeper. You need the goalkeeper to be seeing the game.
Yes.
Because he's the person that's going to be seeing all 21 players on the field, plus the officials. You know, so he's able to see what is happening and really give a good perspective of what's happening.
And I think to add to what Mr. Day just said, because as I spoke earlier, we have 11 attackers and 11 defenders on the pitch. He's a player that we can always play to when we're in tight positions, because he's very poised with the ball. He's a very composed player. He can give a team in difficulties and you don't have to worry about you playing the goalkeeper. And he's one of our players that start the attack. So the offense starts from him with the goalkeeper right here.
Like the throw we saw in the earlier.
And he's very good with his feet as well, any foot.
And we are making the assumption that Mr. Ferguson will start Odian.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, Odian is the goalkeeper for the Intercollegiate League, but we have a very quality goalkeeper in Alex as well. Very quality goalkeeper.
That's why I'm saying we are just making the assumption that Odian will be keep. We don't know what Mr.
Barring injuries, I think Odian will be.
And we have 3 goalkeepers, and you know, it's just a pity that the 3 of them
can't start,
or the 3 of them don't get the chance to go away, because as I speak, you know, Jeremy Thompson is in Spain at Valencia and a 1-month trial, and he's one of our goalkeepers. But we are so well-rounded that we can register our next one for the club league.
Alright. Now, the back line. You have a beautiful back line. I've been hearing rumors about it. One of the best back line in the competition. Where we have, what they call him, Jughead.
Yeah.
And you see, now if you use that Jughead, you know, everything that passes the midfield.
When you have a back four that plays in our Premier League in the country already, why not? You're supposed to have the best. Because Michael, he plays at Mobile United before he takes the loan coming to GC. Andre Loney, Reno, FC.
And he's the captain here as well.
Humble. So the Garrison and my friends have to come and get some.
Akeem Henry.
And the one.
Akeem Henry, rather. Yeah, very
Sporting Central. And even Chucky has Sporting Central.
So it's
like Marlborough, you know, Portmore. So we have players that get exposed to big man football. So
quite a few, yes, man. And to speak about our defense, like, it's just a pity that we only have to start 2 centre backs because we have about 5 or 6 quality centre backs that could be starting in any other team in the competition right now. Because even our skipper here is one of those players that he's playing more in the midfield and defensive here. He's one of our utility players, so we use him in good use. But we have players like Kenny Brown, who's a very quality player. But can I get a push in the first team just as yet because we have players better than him at the moment. And Andre Loney, highly experienced player, played at Rena FC, won the Castle Cup at Godfrey Stewart. Michael McLeod, very good leader, and he's one of those players that we can always look to in tough times. Akeem Henry, very quality player indeed. So it's definitely a quality squad. And about right wing backs as well.
Fullback.
You have this number 14.
Ashani
Mullins. I admire his passing skills, his tackling skills,
position,
his sense of direction.
Position,
you know, yes, I did a stats on him in was it while he was here. I think it was UTEC here.
No,
was it Yui? Sam Sharp, Teachers College. And when I counted, he had 15 passes out of the middle and 14 accurate, successful passes. And I'm saying that is the sort of work rate and percentage performance that you want from a midfielder.
Definitely.
You know, not only does he tackle well,
his understanding and movement
yes, he heads well, he controls well, and that is the type of person you want in the midfield.
Highly technical.
Yes, very technical. You know, he's a bit too reserved, I think. You know, at times, you know, he has this
very composed player.
That's the way he plays. Sometimes he's here and he's a burst, you know.
Yeah.
But very, very accurate pass out the ball, which brings me to Gawain. You know, rugged player. I know very aggressive. I think if he had the sort of control, ball control and technical, and have those two persons in the middle here, you know, that would have been dangerous.
With a team of 6 midfielders, and I'm talking about 6 quality midfielders. You know, it's just a pity that
6 players.
some is going to get left behind because he mentioned about Ashan and Gawain, and no one has remembered Aaron Brown, Serbi.
Yeah, Serbi.
And I heard he's the backup for the team.
Oh, he treated like that.
But as Mr. Daly spoke earlier, we have a lot of players that has played a great deal of football. Because Aaron Brown, as Jason spoke about, is the first winner of the Triple Crown for Glen High School in 2004 as a goalkeeper, and he was a national goalkeeper who is now a centre midfielder. So if God forbid we should have a goalkeeper injury, he could start with a player that would not sacrifice. And as Mr. Daly spoke about Ashad Mullins, he's a player that has played quite a great deal of football from the schoolboy level because Mico United has played, he played Super League, Major League, all sorts of football. Gawain has played for Star FC in Manchester and Illinois High School. They have played a lot of football, so it's football non-stop for these players from a tender age. And that leads to why we are so technical. And it really gives me a coach a headache sometimes to pick this team because you always think that someone has a case of why they should be in the team. But I prefer to have a headache like this than to have lesser technical players. But it's really hard to decide and a combination of which to start in a game of this magnitude because none of Mr. Daly nor Jason have spoke about another quality player in the Powell who have played as much was played only 10 minutes this season. And would be a quality player, would be probably a starter in most of the other teams. So the team is definitely balanced and rounded with all positions in all areas of the pitch, because even our wing backs, we haven't spoken about them as yet. And they're well rested and prepared for the big deals, because we lost the Mario Makala for a month due to an ankle injury. But we are grateful that he's back right now for the semi-final. And we have Lawrence Brown was playing, was been one of our key players on the left flank. He's healthy. We have Dwayne Peters.
I heard he's the man with 4 lungs. I heard he has 2 in his chest and 2 in both legs.
And to further reiterate my point, the cohesive unit of the squad that we have is very good, because Obia and Papi, they play like twins on the pitch. They fight each other everywhere. And if you should watch the click back to our goals, most of our creative players most of our creativity played is through the right flank, and we're probably playing the right wing, and Obia as the right back. So it's definitely good to have a full strength squad going to a game of this magnitude.
You know, at the start of the season, and I'm talking the pre-season, you know, the first meeting that the coach he spoke about us not just preparing the team and preparing us for Jamaica. He's preparing us for the international market. So he is looking outside of Jamaica while we are trying to win inside of Jamaica. So after the league and the Intercol, now it's real business end, where this is where he's going to have his agents and his manager come down to look at a few players to see who is ready. And to add to that, you know, he tried it in 2014 where he get a month trial for 3 of us. In me, in Cavante and Gary Gale, who is another excellent player, but unfortunately he is not here.
He has migrated.
He has migrated and you have to give it.
And he's easily replaced because of the quality of the squad, because he's missed, but indeed he's a quality player. But to speak about what JC spoke about earlier, the football, our aim for this academy that started by the late Mr. Hutchinson, that me and coach is now working on, is to build a foundation for the youth, for not only to play in Jamaica, as to start a career as professionals in Europe, South America, at the highest level. So what we're thinking of, it's not just right here. It's about life, it's about the business, because we always say football is life. And I think it's much more than that, because our life has evolved around football so much that we're thinking about 24/7. We don't think of football on the pitch only. As we finish this interview, it's football and training. And after the training, it's football. So it's always football for our life. And it's not just in Jamaica. It's for us to make a living out of it as professionals. And that's the aim.
Yeah, and you know, here at GC first, we train teachers, we train coaches, as you see, I'm doing the massage therapy. And some other short courses that is in place and what is going to go in place later on. So, while the teachers and our lecturers, as one is sitting to my left, Mr. Daly, trying to give us that mental block, that mindset of going out there as a trained professional. Mr. Ferguson also wants to do that through sport, through football, just like Mr. Morris, Mr. Gale, you know, all of the sporting discipline. They want to know that, hey, I coached that one, you know. Look at Rashid.
Yes, he evolved.
Exactly, so I always tell coach, you know, you see that picture down there in the wall with Anna, right, and Lanford. I want my picture to be on the wall of GC Fassa, or my team picture. And we want to start it this year by creating history. So we will create a little bit of history last night, you know. by the first team to pass the first round of the knockout. So we want to be the first college team to reach the National League. And then we can lobby for our team picture to be on the wall.
And our aim is to create a sporting dynasty, is to create a football academy. You know, we already heard about professional teams, we heard about Arsenal FC, Chelsea FC, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. We want to start that GC Foster College FC.
No, bear in mind, this is the place. This college, this noble institution, is the place for all of that. But it needs visions and it needs money. One of my greatest joy I hope is for me personally to get a contract overseas. So when I sign that contract, GC has to get a certain percentage out of it. So we can start our football just like other sports. That is one of my dreams.
You know, listening to Jason speak, I have always been saying, and Mr. Ferguson, coach, we have sat and spoke about this, and I'm saying to him, Fergie, we are GC Foster College. The trainers of world-class coaches, teachers, and recreational professionals. And therefore, we should be able, or we should be in a position to get into the institution some footballers who are going to be spending 4 years, or 5 years, or 2 years pursuing an educational, dreams. But at the same time, they are playing sport. And we should be able to develop these persons, and after 4 years, when they are leaving our institution, they are stepping into a higher realm in which we can get the financial windfalls from that can then promote our sporting infrastructure. But if we do not approach it from that sort of business perspective, we're always going to be at the same level. And he shares that vision. You know, he's saying, as Jason just said, that when players leave here, we should be, every year, we should have at least 6-7 players going on to other Premier League clubs, not on loan, but on transfer. And that money will be coming into the different programs that we have. Instead of us, players leave, and you know, it's just that we have to look at the business aspect of the football in the college, with the quality of players that we presently have in the college. We have to look at that.
Yes, and the quality that we have seen over the years where Mico University College has capitalized on our quality, come in, offer their scholarships, and in return get a few of our athletes, of our footballers. And we have seen last year where those same players
come and haunt us. Yes. So we have to work on that aspect, because you can only offer scholarships if you have the resources to offer scholarship. And that's where I'm going. I'm saying that we have to put ourselves in a position where we develop these athletes who move on,
and so we have revenue.
And the revenue comes in.
Yes. You know? That is so true.
One of my suggestions, you know, for the past 2 years, the school have been probably giving scholarship. One of my suggestions, and I wish our beloved, the principal had allowed so much. Yes, who will listen to this interview and take my suggestion very serious, is that you just don't give scholarship like that. You ask the coaches, you know, you say, coach, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money. But outside of that money, I want you to pick your best 4 athletes. And you're going to put those best 4 athletes on a program. So you're going to give the first year, your best first year, your best second year, your best third year. Then you don't want to give it the 4th year who is going. You know? And you work on that. So that there are those 3 or 4 athletes, the coach has to make sure they reach the requirement of getting something out of sport, and also in return giving back the school. You know? So 3 footballers. Out of those 3, yeah, 2 gone to Europe, 1 make it. Nothing wrong with that. That 1 is going to give in return more than the money that you spend on those. 3, right. Same thing for the track and field, same thing for the netball, same thing for the volleyball. So, and the coach is going to know that, alright, Romario, Jason, Cavalli, these are the 3 that the school spend their money on. So we, the coach, has to make sure they are ready for the market. And GC has to go out there and find the market for them. Send them go and let them fail and they will say, alright, oh, the next 3. That's the message I would love to send, you know, and hope it comes through.
Return on investment.
Yeah. Because the fact remains, you cannot give everybody. We play football, track and field, netball, all that sport you can think of. So you need to pick your best 3 or 4 from each domain.
Yes.
And work on those athletes.
That's a very valid
Remember why they always say we don't have any money and go Mico and those colleges use resources in Kingston. We need to use our resources, which is sport.
That is very true.
That's our resources, so we need to use our resources. No one has more sports person than us. We need to use it.
But the premier sporting college in the English-speaking Caribbean, we need to, I think we can develop our sporting aspect.
And one more thing, also I think the coaches need to take the time out and seek opportunities for their athletes outside of Jamaica, where they're going to get a cut, the school is going to get a cut, and the athletes will be comfortable. And I guarantee you, if you make an athlete or a player reach thus far, that player is going to remember you. That player is going to remember you and the institution.
I remember the first, it's basically like DC faster with the grassroots for them.
Exactly.
And this is where you talk about like who saw the opportunity for them and who gave them the belief when they were nobody. It's also, this is where you really want to lay the foundation for world beaters for years to come, because I definitely we have the quality.
I was only able to see a small clip of the Mico team. While I have an idea of the composition of of the team, partial composition of the team, I believe that come Thursday it's going to be 2-1 in favor of GC Foster College. 2-1.
You know, I don't do so well with correct score, if you understand when I say correct score. You know? But I will say with a 2-0. 2-0? Yeah, you don't need to ask me on which side the 2 is.
He said it earlier. It's not when we score or what we score, but how much we score. That simply means GC Foster will be the only one scoring. And with our goalkeeper, I don't think we should look to concede. Is that right, Coach?
Yes, man. I think I'm going to agree with Jason here. I don't think we'll concede. And I think we will two love coming Thursday. I think after a game we'll all be happy and we won't concede. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that we will be victorious on Thursday with a clean sheet as well. 2 love in favor of easy.
I like the confidence about the clean sheet. But Cavalli, let me go for it to predict. You're going to get a penalty.
Even now it's centre back is going to play.
I didn't say centre back is going to give away a penalty.
I know where
no, I didn't say that the centre back is going to give away a penalty. I said there's going to be a penalty.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's do penalty.
Exactly. You know,
in the season.
Most of the goals that we concede is
penalty. So I'm using that statistics.
I think we have conceded 4 penalties since the start of the season in our competition. So I just think we just need to be a bit more focused and in the latter stage of the game, because we tend to give up a great deal of goals during the 85 to 98 minutes. in the previous
Final
game. So I just think we just need to be a bit more focused, and no doubt that the boys will be focused on Thursday because we live for this game. The magnitude of this game, with all the emotions building up, the first time without our coach, and as he, in presence he's not here, but he will always be with us.
You see, coach and the captain can tell you, one game I was at, and the team scored on us, and then the spectators, or the opposing team, became quite boisterous and vociferous. And while they were there, I said, it's best you keep quiet because you're going to get 3-1. And this Rasta was there and saying, cheer up! I said, put your money where your mouth is. he just wouldn't come, and he came and he said, boss man, like you're on their money. So,
in less than 2 minutes. 3-1.
Was 3-1.
2 goals in under,
yeah,
2 minutes.
And then both goals again came from the same play I spoke about.
Sorry.
No, the same play quick release from Ivan.
Counter-attack.
So,
And
yes.
one of my biggest regrets this season is that we weren't able to catch the clippings of the game that we played in Manchester, at another university. I saw the best performance that I've ever seen from a local football team. It's not because it is my team, but it's the best football I've seen. With football, if it's one thing that I've learned, regardless of everything in sports, you always get a chance to respond. And we conceded after 2 minutes via a very controversial penalty. The referee, the officials giving us a very bad time at it. And I lost my composure. Jace was a bit cooler as me and coach. We lost it. And the players stood up. And I remember Borrow, the captain for the day, said, Coach, we got this. And we gave a response that I'm lost for words to describe how ecstatic I was that day. And it's just a pity that we don't have a video clipping for that day. But what I realized with this team is that there's no doubt we will respond. And we're ready for the big occasion. It's when our back is against the wall. You see us, you see the best of us. And the players are doing it for various reasons. One of the reasons why we're doing it is for our late coach. And it is his dream for us to get the double and to perform with the St. Catherine League. I think we will, and I'm confident that we all be happy. Everybody that supports GC Foster College will smile on Thursday and Saturday. And in the Intercollegiate Championship, we will be victorious in both leagues. That you will. That you will deliver. Mr.
I'd like to thank my panel for being here, for their insights on this game that promises to be a clash of the Titans. I'm Cavalli Arnold, representing GC Foster College Sports School. Thank you.